Hello, members of the Dungeon Mistress Chronicles community. We're now adding bonus content to the end of each episode for our Patreon members. If you'd like to join in, head over to Patreon to sign up as a tavern regular. Then listen for the tone at the end of the episode to know when the bonus content begins.
These are the tales of the Dungeon Mistress Chronicles.
As we return a week later onto this grassy trail just outside of Candlekeep by a few hours, there's a rabbit that's scampered off in the bushes and a squirrel just kind of watching you. There's an arrow lodged in the ground down below that used to be at the feet of the Dragonborn, but she has run in a rage atop the hill, dress snagging and tearing as she goes to get to the horrid woman atop the hill who has belittled her, and following her with a giant leap is Luther. Hanging out a bit further in the back is Yorin. Yvie. Off to the side, facing off a couple of bandits by himself, is Lan. The fast dog who is still up here is going to sees Pyra getting real angry. There's a lot of tension to be felt in the air here, but as smart as he is, he looks kind of towards the woman on the hill and then back at Pyra and tries to take a bite here. 24.
Yes, that hits.
5 piercing damage.
Luther's gonna throw his shield into the opening of the dog's mouth, very frisbee style, and he's gonna intercept that. He got his reaction back at the end of the round.
All right.
Oh, beautiful! She takes nothing.
One of the dog's teeth fly out. The dress is saved. It can't get a mouthful.
He just calls out, "I have you. Go!"
And disappears and reappears right here. Whoop. With Lan, this bandit reaches down real deep into their courage and takes out their scimitar and slashes. Hasn't been working yet. 14.
Nope. Just bounces off the shield.
Shit! Yorin, you're up.
Yorin slinks along the hillside, hoping to remain unseen as he walks up about 20 feet.
They remain focused on their biggest problem.
He raises his hands and he sends a true strike with his light crossbow at the one closest to him. 24.
That will hit.
That's 9 radiant damage.
That one just crumples into the leaves and the foliage here on the ground beside Lan, never to strike again.
And Yorin calls out, "Lan, I've got your back."
Yvie.
Yvie's gonna move up, and she is going to raise her crossbow. I'm gonna try to hit that mean lady who has so many awful things to say to my dear friend Pyra. 23 to hit.
That will hit.
For 6 piercing damage to her.
Her back is to you, so she... Oh! Son of a... I'll get you too. Ow! As it hits her in the back.
You will have to get through my big friends first. Flips her the bird.
Lady Pyra.
The rage in her demeanor. She does not see anything but this woman in front of her, her mouth steaming as she says, "You ruined my dress!" And she is going to use a luck point for advantage as she comes down with her great axe.
Yes!
That is a 23 to hit.
That will most definitely hit.
Excellent. Make it good. Oh my god. Okay. 5 damage.
The fury in your eyes is clouding over a bit of your hand-eye coordination, and you aim for the center of her head, but it kind of slides down off her skull and slams down into her shoulder blade and clavicle, that whole area there, and just crunches as it goes in. She is bloody, but still standing. Oh, calm down. You have to go and raid both of our clothes, you spoiled brat.
I'll show you who's a spoiled fucking brat!
Didn't your daddy ever teach you to say it and not spray it?
Don't you talk about my big daddy like that!
You hear from back in the bushes behind you. You feel the whoosh of an arrow just go right past your scales with a 10. And it just boom, over the hill and down. And then a step back into the bushes. Lan, you are up. One of your opponents here has fallen by the wayside. You still got one up, and Yorin yelling some reassurances from over to the south.
Don't worry about me. Help the others. He will take a swing at bandit number 2 with his great axe, two-handed.
Her eyes go wide. She puts both arms up.
That's a natural 20.
To no avail.
For 11 damage.
Battle goes through hands and body alike as she falls down dead.
He'll look off to the side at bandit number 3, just as a burst of radiant fire erupts around them.
This is also Lan's first real good look at Pyra. He's definitely heard her up there, but this is the first real, like, spitting, frothing, fire, angry, insane look at her. Bandit 3 gets a nat 1. They
take 3 radiant damage as white flames just lick their feet.
No, 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 no! She's like stamping around on the ground. Woman on the hill takes a breath. Well, I've been trained to never give up, so I guess I better finish off the dress. Her first strike here is a nat 1 as she tries to cleave into the chest area of Pyra's dress. And that is 3 damage to herself. And she tries again. Oh! She brings it up. She snaps off a couple of beads, but she gets a 10. And she can't get purchase. You need to hold still. Luther, you're up.
Luther has been winding up his book, ready to clock her. Ah, man. 13 to hit.
That will not hit. No purchase.
He will reach out a hand to Pyra, and I don't think she necessarily registers, but lay on hands it is, buddy. Have 3 HP.
You can see some of the wounds begin to knit up under the runes of her dress, which is hanging on by a lot less than is probably in her comfort zone. Round 4. Here comes the dog. How's a 12 feel?
Like nothing, because it don't fucking hit.
He whines a little bit as he lunges and misses, just getting a tiny bit of dress again. And then he kind of looks back behind him longingly. But his recharge is a 3, and that really sucks, so he's going to stay right there. Yorin.
Yorin takes a run up this hill, tries to make it up with momentum here. Yorin levels his crossbow at the dog. Be gone. Go back. And he takes a shot. The 22.
Yeah, it'll hit.
For 5 radiant.
Doggo is still up. Still bloody.
With his other hand, he reaches forward and casts Sacred Flame as a bonus action.
Okay.
It's a dex save, DC 15.
Good at these. 6.
That is 4 radiant damage.
as it goes down. All right, Yvie.
Yvie's gonna level her crossbow again at the foul-mouthed bandit woman who is currently surrounded by all of her hard-hitting friends. And she's going to yell as loud as she can. Whoever is with this woman, you might as well flee. She's gonna try to attack. 14 to hit.
That will just kind of hit the ground about right here in front of her feet. Not quite.
Totally meant to do that.
I think it punctuated your warning.
Sure did.
Lady Pyra.
She is going to rear back and let loose her fire breath. That is a dex save of DC 12.
She does this cool, like, backwards move and gets all the way out of the flames as they come ripping out of your mouth. She's been watching. She's been seeing it come. She's been goading you into using it. With a 14, she evades.
Shit.
Most of it.
It's 3.
It does burn up over the top. She avoids most of it, but she's got this little, like, scorch mark across the side of her face.
Yes. Now not even a nice dress can save you, you harlot. And she'll get her great axe ready again.
She comes back up with her hand kind of just like touching her face, reassuring that that side of it is still there. And she just looks at you with wide eyes. I've never seen a temper tantrum so bad in my life. Somebody needs to spank you.
Then you haven't met a fire snoot before.
Bandit 3 is going to hear that, see what's going on. She can see that she just got burned, and she's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, run that way. Lan, you're up.
There's only one person left then, so he's taking a swing at her for 18 to hit
That will indeed hit.
for 12 damage.
She's still up. She's gonna take a deep breath. She has a burned face. Her left arm is hanging somewhat limp, and its socket has been crunched. Her clothing has been burned and slashed. She's got a bruise on one side of her face. She's got that, like, punched out blood look on her teeth and her lips as she grins at you. Pyra, I am going to see you in hell. And she tries to slash your dress off again. Okay, well, it wasn't in that one. 12.
Nope.
She readjusts her grip, comes at you again. 10.
No dice.
She gives you one last smile. And she turns around and starts to calmly walk down the hill.
You know that I'm going to slice her in half, right? Justice! Natural 20!
Oh my god. Roll your damage as you tell me
That is
how
a 24.
you kill this woman.
Raised, seething, not so much steam because she's used her breath weapon, but she raises, she sees her opportunity as she's leaving, and she just cleaves her clean in two.
Yvie, you're the only one that gets to see the last look on this woman's face of acceptance before she falls down the hill in 2 pieces. Everyone, you plan to pursue the bandit running. She is almost away, almost into the tree line, almost out of your sight and danger.
I can reach it if you want, but it's up to you.
No, let her flee.
We have made our point here. She had a death wish.
Well, she got it.
The bandit continues to run as fast as her legs will carry her off into the woods, into the tree line, off the road, and away.
Well fought. This is encouraging.
I will say that Lan and Yorin, you have definitely only met Pyra today. You have not seen this side of her. Luther, you've never seen her quite this bad. Neither of you, Yvie.
Luther doesn't even want to entertain the possibility of trying to calm that down, so he is going to just make a business decision and choose to... He's going to start gathering bodies underneath the tree here.
Yorin's not that smart. He's gonna get closer to Pyra, and he pulls out his water skin. It looks like you need some water, perhaps. Might help.
Pyra is still so pissed, and she's still seeing red, that she's gonna try and grab his throat.
That'll be a dex save or a strength save, Yorin.
That's a 15.
DC for her is a 12.
Yorin kind of skips back a step. Okay. That's, let's not do that.
I think doing that and him saying that has her starting to calm down, but it is a slow process. She was really worked up.
Lady Pyra, I have some clothes you can borrow while I fix your dress.
Fix my dress?
I know a wee bit of magic that can repair tears and rips. I'll try and find all the beads that may have been ripped off and see if I can fix them and reattach them. It'll take me some time, but I think everyone can do with a wee break.
Really? You can fix this? I don't have to...
I can give it a really good go and get it at least mostly fixed. I'm not going to promise you it's going to be perfect. I don't want to give you a false hope.
And she's going to start fanning herself as the tears kind of start coming up. This is one of my favorites.
There is something seriously wrong with that woman.
Who is that? Especially to a biblion. She looks down at her clothing and she just starts crying.
When you look down, you see that there's a rabbit by your foot.
Ah! What is this doing here? Shoo, don't try and bite me or anything. Just shoo.
It hops back off into the bushes as you screech.
All right. Okay, all right. Where shall I change?
Give me a minute. I'll get a wee tent set up. You can change in there. I doubt you want to get changed in the open air.
No.
In the meantime, he pulls out the white and blue silk robe he's got in his pack and passes it to her.
This is so very kind. Thank you. I will never forget this kindness, Lan.
No bother. Yorin, did you bring a tent? I just noticed I forgot to grab one.
Yorin's over here by the rabbit. Not to worry, little one. She means you no harm in this moment. We will be out of your domain soon. And he looks up at Lan. Oh, yes, I can make a changing tent. And he's gonna cast Minor Illusion. In a 5-foot cube, there is what looks like a little cordoned off area, like red drapes, and you can walk right through it. But in the middle, no one can see into it. Will this suffice?
This is actually quite nice. No one can see in this.
It only lasts a minute, so perhaps when you're ready, I'll cast it again.
She tries to be as quick as she can. Like, will someone please take care of the buttons on the back?
Yorin's gonna just look at Lan.
Lan just shrugs and offers to eyes closed, feels for the buttons.
While they're over there making a lovely wardrobe change, hopefully not malfunction, go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand plan. What is going on over here in the bushes with the bandits?
Luther is just pulling, and he just sees Yvie making her way over.
Yvie brought the fast dog that was over by her on her little perch over here, and she brings it to the body pile. Have you looked through their pockets, Luther?
No, I brought them together to ask for forgiveness from the Morning Lord, but we can do so. Their items are of no use to them. Not anymore.
I will take this one first. Can Yvie look through the woman's pockets?
Roll investigation. This also might be a moment where you remember that you felt like something was off with Luther before this fight.
She gets a 24 for her investigation. As she's rifling through the pockets, she'll look up at Luther at one point and say, Luther, are you all right? You don't seem quite yourself.
Luther has been kind of lining up these bodies here a little bit and kind of has like crossed their arms a bit, just giving them a certain level of respect. And he looks up to her, and his face looks quite a little more stoic, a little more stern than it usually is. That smile is kind of dimmed. His eyes aren't as bright. I don't know. I would think not. I have much on my mind, but you are kind to inquire. Thank you, Yvonne.
It is no problem. It is hard when the sun dims not to notice, you know?
An apt analogy, to be sure, but I have just been wrapped in thoughts of the past. Something is on my mind. You, earlier, before we left, your practical joke, it reminded me of a different time, a more difficult time. It has caused me to realize I have been distracted as of late, chasing glory, chasing the affections of women.
Yvie's face just completely falls. Yes, I'm sorry. Sometimes my temper just... I have a hard time keeping it under control, and not in the same way as Pyra, obviously, but sometimes it comes out wrong. I will come back to this when we rest. I would very much like to hear more.
He does brighten up a little bit at that. Small chuckle kind of erupts in his chest a little bit. That sort of deep voice just kind of rumbles out. Very well. Let us take care of these first, and once we have a moment, we will converse.
Yvie nods and starts looking at this next bandit.
Okay, investigation.
Now, Luther, pilfer B1 here.
Yep, investigation.
All right, -1. Let's go. That's a 0.
Wow.
Damn, Beck, let me show you guys how this shit's done.
Oh, well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's distracted.
That is fitting. Evie's a little distracted too with a 7. Going through the pockets of the bandit beside you. There's more pressing things on both of your minds. What do you do with the bodies?
Luther will drag them side by side. He doesn't bury them. He just puts them side by side, puts their hands over their chest, kind of curls the dog up a bit, and he just kneels before them, and he's going to offer them a prayer. O great morning lord, hear me. These souls engaged us in battle. The attempt filled their hearts and their pockets. and they found only death. Guide them on a better path. Allow them a second chance, the way you gave me one. Give them your mercy, Morning Lord, so that one day they might feel the sun grace their face once more. Kind of clutches his hands together. His body begins to grow very, very warm. Just like a flare of just warmth that emanates from him. A bit of a glow, and yeah, he'll cast light on like a small little medallion he has, and it'll sort of light up, and it'll stand.
Roll me religion.
14.
As you stand, you don't hear anything, but you do feel as though maybe a bit more weight of consideration will be taken for where these souls end up in the multiverse.
Nod. Look over to Yvie, towering above her. Are you ready to join the others? Have you found anything? I was less than successful in my search.
Perhaps. Not much on these minions.
Well then, lead the way, Yvonne. Let us join the rest of our party, and hope that Pyra has calmed down.
Back over here as Lan is attempting to help out with the buttons on this biblion of Pyra's with a lovely 3 for a sleight of hand. He gets them undone all right. Pop, 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 as the buttons start coming off.
I used a heroic to turn that 3 into a 13.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, 14. Well, that's better. Begins to feel like he's going to struggle. It's kind of like more pulling at them than anything while keeping his eyes closed. But after a few seconds, you feel him start to unbutton one after the other. It wouldn't really matter too much if he closed his eyes or not, since he can't see inside the illusion. Now, you've got a minute, Pyra. Why don't you roll me a sleight of hand for yourself to see if you get in and out of this dress before the illusion falls.
30-20.
Okay. You do a quick change in there, and you are able to step out of the illusion. Do you put on the robe, or do you put on one of your other dresses?
No, I put on the robe.
You step out in the robe, or at least you're able to, if you want to, before the illusion falls.
Oh, well, this feels very nice. I did not expect you to have something of this quality in your care, with all that talk of living in tents.
We have good trade routes and a fair bit of land under our management. Anyway, if you pass me your address, it'll take me a minute for every turn and break. So maybe if we want to wait for an hour here, everyone gets some rest, or I can do it when we make camp at night.
She's going to turn a little bit and see how her tail kind of lifts up the bottom of the robe. I am mostly fit to travel, and I would like you to take as much time as you need. This is a very precious dress.
Of course.
Unless anyone else needs a rest, I understand if...
From the bottom of the hill, Yvie will say, I would not mind an hour.
Okay.
I could also use some binding, so if we are to rest, that would be advantageous for me.
Binding? Are you hurt?
A bit, just a scratch, but better to travel the road fully prepared, at our best.
All right. Does someone have a chair or something I could sit in?
The spell that I used does not make a usable chair, just the picture of one, so no, I can't make a chair. It seems we're going to watch the road from up here, just like those before us did. I will greet those that come by instead. And Yorin sits down here, just kind of on the edge of this little hill that's pointed towards the road.
Okay. You can roll me a perception, Yorin.
That's a 2.
You're quite taken with the woods and the scenery, and it's also pretty quiet. You don't really hear anybody.
Can someone lend me a rope?
Luther will realize that he's like quickly left Yvonne behind. And he just says, "Hey, sorry, I've got you." And he'll dangle the chains of his book down to pull her on up.
She grips onto the chains to be pulled.
Yanks her up easy. Sorry. Mind elsewhere. Forgive me.
That is okay. I am small.
You all settle in for a short rest. Is there anything in particular that you would like to be doing? And we'll start with Lan.
Lan's going to be looking for any and all beads that may have been ripped off the dress and casting mending on as much as he can. Try and fix it.
Okay, I will have you roll me. We'll go with perception as you're patting around down on the grass with your hands trying to find all the beads.
Oh dear.
Well, I was debating between that and a luck roll, so I'm gonna say you feel like you find all of them. And as you're mending and mending and mending, and you're getting like towards the end of the mending and the dress is looking pretty good, you're wondering if it's as beaded as it was before. But you'll probably have to show that to Pyra to get a good answer, because it looks like some of the places might just be a little less beady than maybe they should be. While Lan is going through and doing that, however, during this rest, Luther, what are you doing?
Luther he's actually taken his armor off at this point. He's in his tank, and he's kind of set it underneath the tree here near the trunk. And he, at this point, is just doing a little bit of maintenance. He's kind of just, wiping them off. A little bit of blood that's his, a little bit that's not. And he there is like a little bit of a emblazoned symbol of the Morning Lord on his chest piece, and he just kind of bows his head to it. He kind of has like a bit of a 1,000-yard stare a bit.
All right, Pyra, you were looking for a seat. How'd that go? Did you settle in? What are you doing for this hour?
Well, I was going to say, I would probably help him try to put together my dress as much as possible. So I would probably be looking for beads as well.
Great, go ahead and roll me your own investigation. I'm going to say an advantage for you since you know what you're looking for. I said investigation, but I'll let you do investigation or perception. Your choice.
So 18.
It has become quite obvious that Lan has not found all the beads as you look at the dress and see how it's coming back together. And that is because you have found like 4 more handfuls of these tiny beads to offer him.
The beading is very important. It's half of the dress. She's just going to kind of pile them in his lap because she doesn't know what to do with them.
He's got his cape draped over his lap, just letting all these beads fall into it. Thank you for finding them. I couldn't spot them as well. He's definitely got a keener eye than I.
Well, I do know what I'm looking for.
Okay. Yorin, unless you change what you're doing, you can go ahead and roll me another perception there. And also, are you doing anything else in this hour while you're watching for travelers?
Yorin kind of gets bored as he's looking out. And so he's going to, when he catches the eye of the squirrel over there, he's going to call over to it. So, what kind of food have you found today?
The squirrel is going to reach into its mouth, kind of back a little ways, and pull out a raspberry and kind of flick it towards you.
Yorin catches it and looks at it, and he'll pop it into his mouth, chew it. He's going to look around on the ground around him for like an acorn or something.
Yeah, you see some little acorns, pine cones, sticks, just little debris and things.
He brings the acorn up to his teeth, and he cracks the acorn, and then he tosses it to the squirrel. Here you go, little friend.
Scamper a little bit closer to where it lands and pick it up and shove that in his mouth. You've got big old, on both sides, big old chubby cheeks. I'll sit there kind of companionable, get a little bit closer to you, and sit there with you during the hour. Yvie, what are you doing?
She decides that Luther's looking way too isolated, so she's gonna come sit next to him. And she'll just sit there while he does his cleaning.
When she sits down, he looks up to her. Ah, Yvonne. Good. I wanted to show you something.
You did?
Yes, it's just better to show. And Luther takes off his tank top and is now completely shirtless. Absolutely just fucking yoked. But he quickly turns his back to her. And Yvie can see these very sort of methodical welts all along his back. And she's smart. She can kind of see the shape of the chain near the base of the tree and on his back, and they're very similar shape.
Luther, how did you... Why?
I had said something that was beneath my character and beneath the friendship I hold for Pyra, the respect I have for her. It was not meant to be as malicious as it was, but that does not mean there should not be a recompense. And he looks to her. I ensured that even if she decided to let me off easy, which she did, I could not. So I enacted the toll upon myself.
You did this to yourself.
Yes, it is not uncommon where I am from. Often justice eludes us due to the nature of where we live. There are times in which we must take it upon ourselves, keep ourselves accountable. So, when you had mentioned your temper, how I had earned your ire, I just find myself doing that a lot lately, rubbing people the wrong way. And I just wanted to apologize for it.
Luther, it was you. You got the brunt of it after multiple people had ignored me, belittled me, and called me weak, and so I had taken it out on you, but I should not have done that. I am quite sorry. I do not know that something like this is meaningful coming from me. Maybe a different way I can show you how sorry I am.
Yvonne, I do not expect you to go to the lengths of which I did. You could not have understood the effect it would have had on me. You do not know where I am from. Truly, I don't know my experiences. There's no way you could, as I do not know yours. So, instead of allowing ourselves to wallow in sorrow, let us instead take this opportunity to just be better to each other, starting with me. Your spell reminded me of a time in the old city. It is next to the refuse pit. If the name is any indication, it is not the best place to be around. There are times where the species was so powerful because it had no other place to go, it would cling to the skin of those around it. To say it was poverty is an understatement. It was a hell, and it brought me to a darker time. But you could not have known that, and I would never hold you responsible for that.
Oh mon Dieu. Oh. Luther, I am beyond sorry.
Yvonne, there is a time for sorrow and a time for understanding. And I have told you this because I want you to understand. Not to feel pity for me, not to feel sorry. Simply to understand. And to understand one friend to another, that is a gift. So let us instead revel in that. You know something about me. Something I do not often tell people. Something even Milo does not know.
A smile will break across Yvie's face. She'll reach out to offer like a little side hug as they sit under the tree.
He'll return it. He's warm. He puts he puts his shirt back on, and he just kind of sits there, and he's kind of shoulder to shoulder, and he just kind of sits and lets that kind of marinate a bit.
Can Yvie cast prestidigitation for like wildflower smells?
I believe you can cast cantrips on a short rest, just no spell slots. So yes.
Just gonna put an air freshener up in here.
I'm back over here with Lan and Pyra. Lan, you are able to get the dress back into nearly perfect condition. There's probably a few beads somewhere here still buried in the grass, but it looks very nice by the time you're done with it.
Sorry, Pyra. This is the best I've been able to do. Hopefully it's enough to keep it wearable until we can get it to the dressmaker to patch it up.
She'll hold it up, and she'll kind of have a look, just do a very thorough check of the whole thing, and then nod and say, "It is serviceable, though I am afraid without all of the beading, I might just have to get a new dress. But it will work. Thank you, Lan. This was very kind."
No bother. It's obviously important to you.
Ever since Big Daddy cut me off, I have wondered how I am to keep up my image, and losing this would have put me in such a dark place. I can live to fight another day.
Before Lan chooses what to reply to that, I do not believe that he has any idea what she's talking about or who Big Daddy is that she's referring to.
Good. I'm glad I was able to help. Yeah.
And she will turn to look for that big druid. I am ready to change again.
At the sound of her loud voice, the squirrel scampers away.
Yorin puts down a hand and gets up and turns. Okay, let's see here. Right there. And he raises his hands and makes another square of minor illusion.
And she will quickly remove the robes and try to place them down gently before kind of trying to get into the dress and doing up the buttons she can to where she can before saying, the buttons would be helpful.
Sure. I'm happy to help, unless Yorin, you prefer Yorin's help?
Whoever did it before, you did just fine.
Oh, okay. This time he's going to cast guidance on himself.
Perfect. Sleight of hand.
That's 17.
Nicely done. You get her buttoned up right quick, all in the right spot. Nothing's buttoned up wrong. And all just as the privacy blinks out of existence.
And she's going to open her fan and just fan herself. That is better.
Everyone accomplishes a short rest. If you would like to roll hit die, you may. Anything you get back on a short rest, you receive at this point. Okay. The road you had been wanting to go to before all this happened was up this way, continuing on towards Baldur's Gate.
Before they take off, can Luther just kind of take a moment, give Yvonne a nod? His armor's already on. He's going to make his way over to Pyra. Pyra.
Yes, what is it?
I just wanted to check on you, see how you were doing this. Have you ever done that before?
Done what?
Taken a life?
Taken a what?
Killed a person, Pyra.
The woman you bisected her. I had to hold her parts together when I put her underneath the tree.
I did what? It's all a bit hazy. I just remember hitting out with my axe.
Okay. Right. All of a sudden, I am feeling very underqualified to continue with this conversation. So, I'd prefer that you continue to believe in the haze that you experienced, and we get going to Baldur's Gate. This is
No,
not
no,
something I want to
no.
impact.
Where is this? What do you mean? And she's gonna start heading off to where, just looking for these bodies.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's just right this way. Tops down. So this woman at one point was actually a whole person, and
It has also been an hour in the sun, and they are beginning to stink and bloat.
Pyra is going to throw up.
yep, there it is. Get it out. Rubs her back. If it is any consolation, she did have a death wish, and clearly it was us or her in that situation. Also, she said very foul things, so I wouldn't feel too bad, but still. Gives her his water skin.
Can't believe I did that. Oh, this is all so undignified. She'll pour a little of the water in her mouth and like swish it around, and then look around to Luther and kind of do a like turn around motion,
Yeah, he'll turn around.
and she'll spit on the ground. I don't know how to feel about this.
But feeling is a good thing. I just didn't want you to, like, repress the memory and then something happens later on and then it explodes into a fiery explosion. Better to deal with it now and understand what it is.
She's just lost for words. She kind of just keeps looking at the body.
Let's walk away. Let's walk away and we can just go the direction we are going and we can talk about it as we walk.
Roll me a con save, Pyra.
Not good at those. I was 10.
The help of Luther by your side, both walking you to, giving you some water, and walking away from the scene with you. You do not faint this time.
And she will be clinging to Luther as one does to an escort at a ball. Not that kind of escort, Sam. Just with her arm in his and leaning heavily on him. Have you done that before?
Many times.
Many times.
I did it a week ago before I got to Candlekeep.
You cut a woman in half.
No, it was a man. I bludgeoned him with my shield.
To death?
And then some. And his friends.
Well, I'm sure they deserved it.
They did. They were murderers and killers and preyed upon the weak on the roads, but much like the woman behind us.
That's right, and that's what she was doing. She
Yes.
was. She was not a good person.
He makes sure that she sees his eyes. Pyra, it was survival. There was nothing malicious or bad about what you did. Understand this.
All right. That's true. Suppose I just never thought there was so much stuff inside. And that smell, that was awful.
Ideally, the stuff stays inside, but because of the nature of the bisect, we should just keep going. We shouldn't really hark on it too long. The details might get a little, bisecty.
Yes,
Come.
thank you, Luther. Let's continue. Are you all right? You said there was a scratch. Was it in your clothes?
No, it is healed. Scarred over already.
Oh, a
I
scar?
will be fine. Yes, many. I have many.
Well, I suppose that doesn't apply so much since it's not on your face.
No, the beard happened to cover one of them, actually. Velociraptor actually caught me right here in the jaw, but luckily enough I was blessed with facial hair.
A velociraptor what?
Big lizard.
Oh, how big?
Looks over the land. About a land size.
Oh,
If they stand up fully.
that's mildly terrifying.
No, they're sweeties. You just have to get to know how to talk to them big puppies, really. Come,
Oh,
let's go join the others.
While that scene was taking place, while Pyra looked at the body and spit water out, Yorin's standing up on the hillside with Yvonne. He's got his arms crossed, and he's just watching. I feel somewhat vindicated. It looks like water was helpful. I was just an hour too early.
What do you mean by that, an hour too early?
Did you see? She almost grabbed me when I offered her water right after she had killed the woman.
No, I'm sorry. I was a little preoccupied. I was rifling through the bodies down there.
I feel like if I hadn't jumped aside, well, I don't know.
You could be covered in sick.
Yeah.
Oh, good news. Prestidigitation can clean sickness from the body. So, if you were puked on, we have something for that.
I will keep that in mind, and if you ever need a change, it turns out that I've got a good skill there too.
That is very kind of you, but I am not afraid of nudity.
It is a skill that I did not know that I had, really. I've never used it that way. It seemed right.
Pyra is very aware of people looking at her body. So it will come in very handy for her.
Something like that fades with age, perhaps?
Are you saying I'm old?
I'm almost 200. How old are you?
Nowhere close to 200. She, puts her hair behind her ear. It's not very long. You can't go over her shoulder.
Like 150?
Nowhere close.
Oh, well. You seem wise enough.
Maybe wise-mouthed, but I don't know about that.
May I help you down the hillside?
Yes, I was just contemplating how to get down.
Bjorn starts walking down. He holds out a hand.
She'll take his hand and very, gingerly walk down. Is it like a hill or is it a cliff?
It's a hill. Difficult terrain.
Okay. She's just standing up there afraid of this hill.
I love it.
She's not very tall, so she's scared of heights.
It's also kind of rocky and silty, so it'd be really easy to slide down it on accident.
Thank you for the end.
Happy to.
If you don't have anything else you want to do here, your path leads you north.
I think that during that time period, Pyra will stick close to Luther and just kind of chatter at him.
Luther throws out a few pre-programmed responses like, oh, yes, indeed. That's wild. Crazy. Maybe get through a few of those. But he entertains her notions.
Pyra, since you're talking and trying to get your mind off of it, go ahead and tell Luther your favorite story about your owlbear.
Well, Snuggles would probably be the one to attack normally in these situations. You see, there was this one time that I was taking him for a walk around the estate. I believe it was in the middle of Flame Rule. He scented something. I think it was probably a gentleman caller who was trying to come and see me, and I did not like that. And I remember fanning myself and saying to Snuggles, I need you to snuggle him right out of this garden. And Snuggles did not seem to understand what that was. So he went up as if he thought this poor man was going to give him a treat or something. Well, of course, he is an owl bear, which terrified this poor thing out of his wits. And so while he reached down and started smelling him for a treat, this poor man wet himself and took off. Took off. So, of course, there was no need for bodily harm. I would have, I'm sure, if Snuggles hadn't been there to take care of him.
Just so we're on the same page, this was a
Yes.
suitor. This is someone coming to court.
Yes, I believe so. I had seen him before at parties, and you know, some of those gentlemen, they think it is quite romantic if they scale the walls into the estate, find their way through, and just happen to run into a lady in her garden. Of course, I had not entertained him. I am waiting for my prince. So, this had happened a few times, yes.
A man that cannot brave an owlbear cannot even possibly hope to be worthy of you. He did you a favor by wetting himself, odd as that is to say. Saved you time.
Well, thank you, Luther. I believe you're correct. I mean, it's just Snuggles. Snuggles is one of the sweetest things you will ever meet. I mean, sometimes he does get carried away. He does eat quite a bit, and mostly meat. But he is the most precious baby in the world. I
What
would
exactly
love for you to meet him.
is Snuggles? If you could, that detail has escaped me a bit throughout your story.
He is an owl bear. I've had him since he was a cub.
A what?
An owl bear. Do you know what those are?
Yes. You domesticated an owlbear.
Yes. He was probably the best thing that could handle me during my moments of anger. And I did not have to worry about being quite so gentle with him. He used to sleep in my bed when he was a cub. It was quite cute.
Must be a big bed. Right. Well, that is fantastic, Pyra. I am so happy to hear that you are a fan of exotic pets. I think you would enjoy Chult. I hope one day I might be able to show you a T-Rex.
Didn't Yvonne have that somewhere?
A T-Rex?
No, as a drawing.
Yeah, I drew it when I was very young. And then she like pulls up her shorts a little bit so that you could see the tattoo of the owlbear bust on her upper thigh. And she say, "I'm also a fan of owlbears."
That is a pretty good... I didn't really notice that at first. That is a pretty good... You did that yourself?
No, not necessarily. My mentor, Tony, is teaching me how to do tattoos. One day I would love to be able to do a work like this, but no, I am not that talented.
If you ever need a willing canvas, I could use a son right there. Points to his shoulder.
You would let me tattoo you?
How many have you done?
I've practiced many times.
So practice a bit more, and then absolutely, I would be more than willing to... Did I say the shoulder? Maybe like the back of the delt or something.
I am quite an accomplished artist, but yes, there is an additional art to the tattoo process. I will practice more before I do anything for you. Sure.
He's chewing on his tongue a little bit. No. If you need practice, you cannot get it. If no one gives you a chance, I will be your first.
Luther.
There's nothing.
Okay. I will start sketching my design for you.
There's a warmth. There's like a genuine little smile. He hasn't had this smile since they left Candlekeep. And his eyes are a little brighter, kind of seeing Yvonne light up like that. Like, I look forward to it.
Can she walk and draw at the same time, Sam?
You said draw. You mean draw, not tattoo.
Yeah, no. Like sketchbook. Like she's designing something for him.
I will let you roll me your tools, but there'll be a disadvantage while you're walking.
This is just for ideas. Oh, jeez.
You thought maybe you could do it. There's a lot of sticks and stones and bumps, and when you're like walking on a sidewalk and then the sidewalk ends and you down because there was a hole you didn't really notice. There's a lot of that going on, so it's really rough. Your circles aren't circles and your lines aren't lines. It doesn't take more than about 10 minutes before you give up on trying to draw and walk.
Okay, she rips it out of her sketchbook, balls it up, and throws it behind her. I will try this when we stop for the night. Inspiration as not it's for right now.
You can go ahead and put your tokens on the map. You will walk up along the coast, finding a place to spend the night here. It is the end of your first long day on foot. Some of you, mostly Pyra, for the first time ever. You've been walking for about 8 or so hours before it's time to start looking for camp, and it's getting dark. You've had a battle today. You've had a lot going on. And you find a place that's just kind of along the side of the road, but off a little bit. It looks like a spot that other people have camped. There's a dead fire and some logs already down and some good flat places to put tents up. And as you approach it, you will have to decide if this is the place you want to camp or keep looking.
Lan, you were pretty good with nomadic travel and such. Perhaps you might be best suited to determine if this is a suitable place to camp.
Generally speaking, regularly used campsites are usually the best spot. Yeah, benefiting from generations of experience at that point. I'll have a quick skeet and see if there's anything to be worried about.
I will let you choose between survival and perception.
I'll go perception.
Okay.
That's a 24.
Nice. You don't see any traps. The fire is stone cold. Nobody's been here for a bit. This looks like a well-used camp spot. You can see some places where other tent holes, like the posts, have been pushed in and dug up, and seems to be fairly safe. You've got a good little bit of cover from the road, out of view just a little bit.
It's a good spot. I'll start getting the tent set up. If someone wants to grab some firewood, we'll head up to this section here and set up his tent.
I will assist with that. And Yorin walks off towards this down tree looking for some firewood.
Okay, passives. You'll find it pretty fast. You've got a down tree here that you could cut up, but there's also some sticks and branches and things just along the ground to be picked up as well. Yorin, when you get close to this down tree, you see that there is a kind of lopsided bird's nest in it. And it's kind of sitting like this, kind of crooked, but you can also see that there are some baby birds in it.
Oh, Yorin reaches out a hand to see if he can lift up the nest without touching the eggs.
Okay, roll me sleight of hand. And just to be clear, it's not eggs, it's baby birds.
Oh, baby birds, right. You said that.
I'm just making sure. It could have been interpreted as eggs. Little featherless beaks is mostly what you see.
Yorin's in his element. That's a nat 20.
Yes, sir. Very nice. Okay, you're able to scoop up the nest. You have it in your hand, and 3 little open-mouthed, wide baby birds that are just kind of opening and closing here.
Yorin's going to start. He's going to just be talking. Not in a loud volume, but calling out, "Where are you? I will put this nest back up where it will help you. This ground won't do." And he's just talking in a sing-song voice, looking to see if he could hear the parents respond to that.
2 robins will kind of swoop down out of this tree over here and not quite dive bomb you, but swoop around kind of in these little and then back up to this tree.
Yorin moves over to where he can see up into the branches of that tree, and he's going to use hidden step and teleport up into the branches of the tree with the nest.
Okay. You find a good spot. You get up there, and I'll just keep letting your sleight of hand nat 20 roll, and you will find a perfect place to set it down and do so without jostling the baby birds overly much and without leaving too much of your scent on it, that the birds will be upset.
There you go. Not to worry. Another chance. If only you could talk and tell me why the tree fell. Yorin nods to himself and kind of slides down out of the tree.
Okay. And you still have that down tray that you can use for firewood if you'd like, or bits and pieces you find elsewhere.
He'll pick up just some stray branches and stuff and bring them over to the fire.
Lan has a magnificent tent set up over there, all staked out.
Lan, when you are done with that, my tent is available in my packs for you to set up.
Sure. I'll get right on it.
Does Pyra say this with any doubt?
Absolutely not. No way. She ain't setting that shit up.
Yvie also has a tent, and she will want to set it up as close to the fire as, like, reasonable.
You can put that one wherever you think is reasonable. Pyra, you can put this one wherever you think you'd like to direct Lan to set your tent up.
Probably over by Yvie. So that there's like the ladies' side and the gents' side. Because of course we must be careful of propriety.
Tents are getting set up. What about Yorin and Luther? Did you guys bring tents?
Luther does not have a tent. He's a pretty warm guy. He just usually sets up his bedroll.
Yorin doesn't have a bedroll or a tent or a blanket. Not too far away from the fire, Yorin finds what looks to many like a bush, and he kind of curls up underneath it.
Okay. First evening together out on the road. How do you guys want to go about figuring out dinner and watches? You got a fire that's crackling. You've got your nighttime forest sounds going on here. Camp is pretty well established.
Luther will go to the center of the campfire they have going and say,
Right, so I have rations. I don't know if anybody else secured any, but I'm willing to share, of course, unless we want to cook.
I have my basket of goodies from my mama. I am not a very good cook. However, I do not need to sleep like most of you do, so I am more than happy to spend 4 of my hours tonight watching out and making sure our camp is safe.
It is a fine point.
Yes, that's much appreciated.
This is no problem. I am happy to.
Which leads to my next question. Do we have any preferred watches? He looked at Pyra. It is always best to have watches set, so that way we have them in shifts. That way no one can get the drop on us.
Oh, I definitely agree. That sounds like a wonderful idea. So whichever of you decides that you wish to do a watch tonight, I will be greatly obliged.
Right, okay. Well, fortunately, if we only need to sleep about 6 hours, roughly, we only need 3 of us.
I'm sorry. 6 hours?
Yes. Well, how long do you typically sleep?
Well, at least 10. I need
10
my beauty
hours?
sleep.
How do
Yes,
you have
of
time to do
course.
anything else in the rest of the day?
There's plenty of time to do so many other things.
How about we meet in the middle? We'll do 8 hours of rest.
I suppose I could do that.
Okay, sure. 8 hours. Our watches, so we're going to be here for a total of 10 hours if we need all of us to get 8 hours of rest.
Well, I don't wish to impede on your sleep cycle. I just know that I will be having 8 hours of rest.
Okay.
I will take the first watch.
I'll take the last watch.
Then I'll take the one after Yvie then.
Well, does anyone care if I double up on their watch?
No?
Yvonne?
If you start falling asleep, I'll be poking you, shoving you back in your Pedro.
I might talk your ear off.
Now I feel spoiled for choice. There is something I wanted to talk to Yvonne about. Yvonne, would you mind?
No, no, no. Like I said, I have more time to spend watching out. So if you want to join me for part of that, that would be more than welcome.
Okay. I'll take first then, with Yvonne.
Okay. Does anyone know how to cook?
Well, no, but what would we be cooking?
I'm not so good at the cooking side of things. That's why I brought just rations, which I'm happy to share. Just, dried meats, stiff bread.
Oh, yes, I have some of those. Big Daddy packed me some before I left.
I do have crumpets for my mama.
We do a lot of hunting back home. I could maybe try to scrounge something up if maybe a hare. Or, if I'm lucky, a boar.
You want to eat hare?
Like a rabbit.
We did see one at the spot where the bandits ambushed us, so they are around.
Yes, okay. Then it's settled. I'll do a bit of hunting. Luther starts taking off his armor. Can't have this way you done.
Okay, that'll take you a couple minutes.
Takes out his bone javelins that he has from home.
As for that question about rations, I did bring some. As far as me being able to cook, I really like that nice place to eat on the Court of Air, Anchor's Rest, some delicious seafood. But no, I have no idea how to cook.
I at least promise not to give us food poisoning. Maybe. I'll be back.
Yvonne, do you think, there might be a place where we can wash up?
Oh, I can go look. I mean, I do have my spell, but it is nothing like splashing water on your face.
Oh, that's correct, you have that. I suppose that's better than nothing.
How about this? If we do not find fresh water, I can spruce you up. Does that sound fair?
That sounds lovely, thank you, dear.
Can Yvie go look for some water somewhere close by?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me perception. Luther, are you looking for tracks over there?
Yeah, he's looking for some tracks.
Okay, roll me survival.
7.
Yvie with an 11. You walk around for a little bit. Got good night vision. You find it's not much, but there is just a little bit of a stream about a 3-minute walk from the campsite.
Oh, Pyra will love this. Comes back to camp and she'll say, Pyra, there is a tiny stream a short walk away. Take less than 5 minutes.
Oh, that's lovely. I can at least do a bit of my skin routine.
Yes, I am happy to show you.
She'll follow along and bring this sizable bag.
Yvie leads you out. It's not much. It's a little stream. It's just kind of like this little babbling water over some rocks. But it is enough to cup your hands in and get some water. And it is moving, so it's clean enough.
So she'll kind of freshen herself up a little bit as far as that. And then just look at Yvie, and I cannot imagine that poor man does this all the time. Does not even have a proper toilet.
Are you talking about Zlan?
Yes. I'm still mortified at the idea that he lives in a tent all the time.
I do not think that bothers him at all. He looked rather cozy in his tent. Did you see how fancy it was?
It was very nice, and I do feel a little more at ease knowing that he is not quite so unlucky in his chosen abode.
it is good that we come from different backgrounds. Everyone brings their own je ne sais quoi to the team, you know?
Their own what? Oh, wait,
Uh,
I know this word. Yes, yes.
the little special something, yes.
I apologize. I have not heard it in its native tongue.
We sometimes they weave the two together in a little bit of a mix between the languages.
It is quite charming. In fact, if you were to ever enter high society, it would be something that drew people to you.
Uh, I don't know if I am quite cut out for high society, but thank you. Maybe one day I would like to attend a fancy a ball get together. What you were talking about before, where it was the dresses and the drinks, and it sounds beautiful.
Yes, it is refinement at its best, and I would be happy to bring you along and make sure that you are dressed appropriately and would not embarrass yourself or me.
Yvie looks down at her punky ass clothes and looks at Pyra in her mended dress. And she says, I know you're quite sad that this dress might see the end of its days, but maybe I can take some time and sketch out what it was before the fight today, just for you to keep.
Oh, that's very kind. I am sure I can find it once more. Well, perhaps once I go back home and I can afford it.
Wait, I do not think that Candlekeep sells something of this quality. They are rather stuffy.
Yes, that is true. They're
Dowdy.
yes, their style has something to be desired.
Wait, I always felt that way. Like everyone looks the same, and they don't put any effort into standing out.
No, it is such a shame.
As the two of you talk fashion and enjoy refreshing over here at the water, Yorin and Lan, you are back at the campsite. Luther has went off to hunt, and Lady Pyra and Yvie have walked off. Now, what are the two of you talking about while you're over here?
Lan's just poking at the fire with his cane, trying to get his head around everything that's gone on.
They are formidable, huh?
Aye. Do they attract trouble, or is it just unlucky that we ran into this group on the way here?
I suppose it is something we could bring to Ygritte. It's not why we're going to Baldur's Gate, but clearing some ruffians off the trail might be worth something.
Yeah. Definitely not what he wanted us to do.
I find the Lady Pyra to be curious.
Furious, or?
She called me a druid.
Well, I kind of blame her. You are talking to the animals.
I've always been able to do it, yeah.
I know. But it's something that many assume is a druid-only talent.
When I saw her in the square, I could not imagine a moment to where she screamed and cut somebody in two. It is hard to see both sides, but it is also impressive.
Oh, aye, very impressive. I'm used to seeing leaders charging in, but never so single-mindedly. I'm assuming she's the leader of the group anyway.
She might be. Luther and Yvonne, they seem quieter.
Aye.
Back up here with Luther. You got a 7. You don't find a boar. It's not what you're looking for. I mean, you don't find what you're looking for. What you do find, and you've tracked it down, is this weird bird foot tracks with a kind of drag to the side. And it's quite large. It's about 2 feet tall. But you find an owl, and it has a broken wing.
When he approaches, does it look like it's like trying to hobble away from him?
It is. It's trying to kind of hobble away from everything. It knows it's hurt, which is real bad when you live out in the forest. And it's just kind of dragging and hobbling away.
He just rolls his eyes.
You are not my prey. It seems my prey has escaped me this day, but fortunately for you, I have a bit more in the tank.
And he is gonna try to wrangle it here. To be specific, he's just trying to get his hands on it.
Yeah, trying to grapple it. I'm going to roll this at disadvantage, which is an 11.
Yeah, DC's 13.
You're able to get your hands around. Like I said, it's about 2 feet tall. It's got a broken wing. Still got a lot of fight left in it for being, mid-size owl, but much, much smaller than you. You got your arms around it. You're getting some scratches from the talons and the beak.
He just kind of laughs, his laughter rumbling out from his chest into this thing, and he just...
You've got fight in you. That is good. Fortunately, the Morning Lord put me in your path. And you in mine.
And he's going to use his healing hands on it. As his body begins to sort of glow, and his hands begin to sort of glow, and he just begins to funnel some of that radiant energy into the owl.
It will stop struggling as it begins to feel better.
He's going to look down at it.
Now, when I let you go, I do not expect a peck or a scratch as thanks. I expect you to go on your way. Do you understand? Very well. Off with you, my friend.
He'll open his arms and let it go.
It stretches out its large, now healed wingspan. And as it flaps away, a single snowy white long feather settles down into your hand.
Sure. I'll take it. Perhaps it can find use. Safe travels.
And I think it's a sweet moment, but Luther's also geared up, ready for a massive hunt. He is like dug mud from the dirt, has like put it on his like face and stuff like that, on his body. Like he is fully choltened out and has like a bone javelin, and all he found was a feather. So he's gonna go back empty-handed to the group here.
Luther, what's for dinner?
If we all portion and take very small bites, and he holds up the little feather, I think it might hold us over for the night.
That's what you do, right? You don't actually expect us to eat a feather.
Of course not. It is a token of friendship. Owl was hurt in the forest, and he got the better of me, I'm afraid.
To the scratches and peck marks on his chest.
Oh,
Seems it is rations tonight.
Landis shakes his head and puts out a few words and gestures towards Luther, casting healing words.
You could have saved your magic, friend. It's just a scratch. Nothing to be troubled about.
At that point, Pyra and Yvie, you make it back to camp. He's all decked out in like mud and, he's got it on his face. He looks very, very ready for a hunt, but all he's holding up is a feather.
Luther, that is a stream that way? You have a little something on your face.
What on earth happened?
It is the mud of the hunt. It is to help yourself become part of the land as to better traverse it. That is the reason for the mud. As for what is for dinner, holds up the feather, it is rations.
I suppose that's not so bad. It's like a picnic. Just for dinner.
Indeed.
Without tea.
A fine way to think of it. Yes. I am not as good of a hunter as I am a warrior, unfortunately. So, with that, I will have to leave you all to wash up.
Maybe we have no protein tonight, fresh protein, but maybe there is something else that we could find. Maybe a mushroom, wild onions, something of the sort.
As Luther heads off for the stream, Yvie, I'm going to put a note of going on a veggie hunt.
This adventure is brought to you by Dungeon Mistress Chronicles, featuring Murray as Luther, Mads as Pyra, Aaliyah as Yvie, Doug as Yorin, and John as Lan. Samantha Fortune as the Dungeon Mistress and the voice of all others. Music provided by Soundstripe and Tabletop Audio. Discover more content at dungeonmistresschronicles.com.